Hello and welcome everyone to a Sacred Symbols reading. I'm your host, Desiree DeMars, and I've been a little under the weather. You might be able to tell in my voice, but here I am. Back on a Saturday, and to be honest, I'm not aligning this reading with any astrological events or information. Um, I am going to dedicate this reading though to a dear sweet soul who mentioned she was in a funk, and I'm gonna just call it unfunking because I feel like a lot of us right now are feeling it with these huge transitions, things falling away, the new not yet born. And so it's easy to find yourself in a funk uh, without the inspiration or the connection to the next thing. So, this is where the rubber meets the road, where we are really being called to deep internal actions that keep us on track, that remind us about our vision, the greater vision, the bigger picture, because that's what I believe anyone watching this video is really striving for, a greater vision in their life, because they have at least an inkling of the truth that they are so much more than this body or this skin that we are in 3D. So we are just so conditioned, so programmed to believe that's all there is, and there's some savior out there, or a hero even, that's going to bring us to that place. And I'm sure that most of you on this journey, this type of journey for a long time now, you realize there is none of that. Yes, metaphorically there is. We have our tribe, we have our guides, we have teachers, in day to day, we have healers, quote unquote, that we work with. And then when push comes to shove, and it's the bottom line, like I said, rubber meets the road. It's you and you alone, a sovereign being, a unified field, a soul that is connected to what we know to be greater, the superconscious, the all that is, the great mystery, the great spirit, whatever you want to call it. And there's no instruction booklet for that other than attuning to your own heart. No one else knows what's in there. No one else can possibly know. We can have inklings because many of us have had similar journeys, yes. So we can be guideposts, as some spiritual leaders call it. And that is worth its weight in gold for sure, to just kind of give us a little direction. It's the signpost that we need. It's the symbol. It's the reminder. So with that said, if you're feeling a little funky or in a little funk, this last week, it was intense, and really honor that. And we're going to take the time during this session to unfunk. I kind of like the sound of it. So, like I said, with that, let's take a deep breath in, or two or three. Get yourself settled in a space where you feel safe and supported, where you can completely relax, let everything else go, and align yourself with your breath, with your heart, with your own sovereign mind, Feel yourself aligning in a coherent state. And know in that coherence that you are aligning with all that is. All that is. So allow a couple of these breaths at least to be in through the nose and hold, and then exhale, knowing that this activates the vagus nerve. That holding with a full lung of oxygen. Take a little more breath in, and then exhale. You might even visualize your vagal nerve simultaneously relaxing after it's been stimulated, just very gently. And as you exhale, just feel it come into alignment. And that alignment supports you in being in a state of innocence, of a childlike wonder. See if you can dip your toe into the great mystery today, that place where the M word resides, right? Magic. The magic that isn't woo-woo, that is mighty, right? Like I said to somebody today, the power is in the pause. That power, we know, those of us who studied yoga for years, that it's not the in-breath, it's not the out-breath, it's the pause in between. So take that power that you find in your own pause and let it align you with the mind, the heart, and let it ground you as you feel or visualize a brilliant white light coming down from the heavens. This field of light that is always there and is always grinding us, grinding us down into the center of the earth, grounding us. You gotta have a little sense of humor when you're in a funk. So let's do that. Let's release any kind of grinding that we've been in and let ourselves just be grounded easily, right? With ease and grace, grounded into the earth, Pachamama, Gaia. How can you not feel gratitude and appreciation for this beauty, right? Power, love, and energy that is available to us at all times. We just have to align with our own power to give us a sense of direction in finding that. So by now you should have noticed that naturally this energy flows up the toroidal field through all of the chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white. Again, a fountain of eternity, a fountain of infinity, of life force that never ends. We, the soul that never ends. That we are just simply remembering now. We are remembering the wholeness of ourselves, unfunking ourselves, unchunking ourselves, ungrinding ourselves, reversing, right? Reversing that intensity, unwinding. You know, we used to do a lot of unwinding work many years ago. Holotropic breath work, unwinding the programming, the conditioning, letting it go, letting it relax. Feel your neck and shoulders relax with the next few breaths. And imagine now a brilliant rainbow light is flowing through your toroidal field, expanding out even further into all that is your superconscious awareness, now aligned, and a golden light beyond what your imagination can let you see, feel, sense. Again, tapping into that place of innocence, the wonder, letting the magic flow as we call in all of the directions. And as I'm doing this, and as you're hearing it, you are also simultaneously holding an intention for the reading, for your own unraveling, your own unfunking, calling in the east, the south, the west, the north, above, below, and the middle. Calling in all of the elementals, earth, air, fire, water, ether, plasma, neutrinos, gammas, and all those elements yet unknown to man. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. All of our guides, angels, teachers, guardians, the seen and the unseen, the magical and the mystical. Come and be with us. Come and be with us. The two-legged, the four-legged, the many-legged, the winged ones, the finned ones, the creepy crawlers. And to all of our ancestors, those who've gone before us, lived a good life and transcended, and are now here working on our behalf today, through specifically this intention, that we may receive direct information, a direct download, a direct symbol or sign. If not today, in the next couple of days, just know that it is so. And to all of our ancestors, those whose names we do not know, but whose blood runs through our veins, come and be with us. Come and be with us as we sit in the sacred circle. Hearts open with gratitude and appreciation to fully receive the benefits of this wisdom today. This knowing that is being activated, aligned, initiated. And in the next couple days, clarity will prevail. The vision will emanate forth, shining its light from the future and guiding you towards it. And may all these blessings not only benefit you, but benefit all those you come in contact with. In full faith, so be it. Aho. Okay, so I'm going to have you blow 3 times with me into the basket. And then I'm going to turn on the overhead camera. So I am going to share my screen. So let's see. Share screen. Advanced. Here we go. Share away. And I'm going to, let's see, hopefully this will work. Full screen it. And This way you'll get a chance to see. Let me tip this up just a little further. The more I can get in to start, the better, the less I'll have to move it around. And so here we go. Take 3 big breaths. You blew into the basket. Okay. And now the magic. At last, the magic. Wow, that is an interesting spread here. A lot at the center. Yeah. I would say this is, there's a lot going on in the center because we are talking some core patterns here, right? And here is our, or your inquiry. Resting on the earth, on the element of earth, grounding. It's saying ground yourself, ground yourself, ground yourself. In order to ground yourself, go within, take some time for introspection. And also just remember, through grounding, we find our most expansive state in many ways, or where our ability then to expand increases the more grounded that we are. So, grounding, partnership, community. This is the work of our world, of our day today, right? Of our day to day on a physical level and also on a collective level. And, I was saying, take time for introspection. I wanted to see what the coin was. Aha. So the coin underneath the hand is all about kind of the fog. It's Neptune, right? When you're feeling that sense of unclarity or the body is in a fog, let me tell you, I know that people who are experiencing COVID are having mental fog, physical fog, right? Aside from the fog and the frogginess of the collective that's going on with the confusion, with 50 million different ideas and thoughts. But have no fear. We have here the ancient ones on your maternal lineage or in your maternal lineage and your paternal, beautifully aligning around this idea and saying, it's the time is here. This is Uranus. The time is here for sudden and unexpected changes. So any attempt to resist is futile, right? Resistance is futile. I should take it out of the dictionary. Yes, it pops up, but I know in my training of recode, the superconscious recode reminds us that, the focus needs to just stay on the prize, right? Remember I said the vision, and here it comes. It's coming up. So you need to keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused on the vision. Here we go. Well, I can't get this in the whole thing today, but let's see if I can get that as the top. The vision. So you're heading toward the vision and ultimately back around in this spiral dance, right? The spiral dance of the universe, of the flow, of this I am presence that we are remembering, that we are filled with the ability naturally through our DNA to have intention, focus our attention on the prize. But we must do so with this idea that underlying all of it or surrounding all of it is this idea of holo movement. A movement, it's not stagnant. There is no black and white, right? Yes, in 3D, we see that. We see the polarity, but we know that the polarity actually brings the three, right? It brings something greater than the two together becomes the creative life force of the three. And in fact, then becomes the spinning wheel, the movement of the five, right? Of creative form. So keep your eye on the prize. And when you're feeling the funk, thank it, bless it. I say have gratitude and ground yourself, right? Ground yourself and say, oh my God, this is my opportunity to go within and take the insight that is the magic, right? The magic. Because we've got DNA going on. We've got big shifts, right, from the solar energies that are completely transforming. That is, right next to Uranus. So big whammies, right? Solar, Pluto, our star nations, the star nations here with Buffalo really providing us with the truth, with the foundation of the truth of who we are, right? We are stardust. I invite you to read my newsletter of one or two back, where I talk about the symbology of Joni Mitchell's return and some of the vision that she brought to the collective. She was so way ahead of her time, but as she is now, look at what a guide, what a powerhouse. I mean, having survived a severe stroke and taught herself again to speak and sing, and she's singing at the Newport Folk Festival. So I just encourage you to read, because you can find some quick links to her performances and some of her history. So, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but she actually had polio as a child, and that's what inspired her. That's what, because of her not being able to function as well as she would have without it, she created her chords, her own chords, and her own sound. So here we are just stepping into the great mystery, and that is key. Key to rattle. Rattle is about, and here you are, before I say much more, you, me, here we are. We are wide open, getting our power back. We are bringing this is a return to power, right? Oh, and this is so cool. I have not seen this happen in a really long time. Whatever you feel in a funk about or is locked up, the key is right there. That's what I have been hearing lately, is it's right in front of you. And sure enough, here it is. The key is right in front of the lock. And it's all about being in a sacred space, right? Here's Father. So your father, your father on your mother's side, maternal grandfather. They're just, they're really reminding us that it's all about staying in sacred space. Everything is sacred. Boy, when we can get to that place, what a different world it'll be, right? Oh, just really gets me in the heart. So the great mystery, Eagle Condor, looking dead center into this idea of not only the superconscious, but the remembering, the soul remembering, right? Soul retrieval. I've been talking about that, how these soul retrievals are really the soul remembering the truth of who we are. And we know here we have some fog again, frogginess. This is about the fog, or it could be when we feel like we've had a spell on us, or we're just waking up. We're Cinderella. We are wiping the sleep from our eyes and awakening. And here's Horse saying, go for it. Move forward. Dive into this time of rebirthing. I will never forget the years and the gratitude I have for having worked with a legend, Stan and Carol Groff, both with holotrophic breath work. I mean, allow the rebirth to unfold, right? And this is where you will regain your voice, Mercury, where you will understand about speaking your own truth. Here's the shaman on this sword of truth, right? In this world, this is abundance. This is your true abundance, your truth, right? Because as a creator, this is how you can shift your frequency, right? Knowing the truth of who you are, calling it in, holding, making a stand for the warrior or warrioress that you are, right? Second chakra, boom. You have everything you need in your DNA already. We are magnificent, powerful creators, right? So utilize that knowledge and that wisdom here on earth where we have to contend with polarity, right? But let that polarity give you clarity. That's what I say. Right, dive into polarity to bring clarity forth for the vision, right? The eye of God. Allow yourself to see as if you were the eye of God. Whoop, let me scooch. Eye of God. The eye of God, that is where your vision lies, right? And it's totally creative. It's totally about movement. It's not about being stuck in one idea, one way. What if, when you feel a funk, also ask yourself, what if? What if something magical just came along and burst my heart open? What if I made a wish and it came true? What if I made a wish that was the wildest and craziest wish I ever made? And then it came true. I say that brings on the magic. Deer toe, sitting upright, right? Upright, awake, aware, the innocence, the awe, right? Sit wide, eyes wide open in the awesome aftermath of the truth, of your own making, of your own creative life force. Because where that will get you, my friends, is here we have Mother. We will be activating powerful creative structures in our life. They will come to us. We will know them. Here's our grandmother and our mother. Wow, with this beautiful ring of spiritual growth. Here is drum saying at the very center of all this is just be true to your heart. And below that, we have a double whammy. We have the Celtic heart, or the Celtic knot in the heart, just saying, you know, be true to thyself, right? To thy own self be true. And know that your grandmother, your mother, great-grandmothers, the unborn, that which is yet to be created is on its way. And it's all about passion. Let yourself be passionate about it. Look what kids get passionate about. Nothing. They get passionate about a cardboard box more than the present, right? They get passionate about your presence, about a puppy, about a flower. What ignites your passion? Right? What ignites your passion and brings on the truth, right? The insight, the crown chakra opening, Buddha saying, I'm all in on this evolutionary process of transfiguration. Make a wish, wish upon a star. And there are crazy falling stars happening these days. I don't know if you can catch any of them. There's, I believe, meteor showers out there happening. Some people have even captured them in the daylight. It was so amazing. So check that out too. And know that on a collective level, we are coming into this creative process, creative movement, holographic movement. And our throat chakras are opening, just as our third eye and our crown is opening, allowing us to be antennas for the downloads to come about what are the new forms, the new structures that we need to implement, that we need to design in order to support the vision, these new visions that we're all having. And oh yeah, how sweet it is. And then here's the other timekeeper. So sure enough, things are moving fast right now. And in fact, we're going to have some big, huge whammies ahead because of this triple conjunction that we're in the throes of. And so just know by the end of September, first week in October, kaboom, something's going to happen and it's going to be amplified. But amplified by, here's the grandmother on your father's side, and here is Venus. I love it. Right? This Venusian energy of truth, love, beauty. Yeah. And Mars. Mars and the mind. Aligning that mind with the fire of Mars so that you can take aligned action toward your end result. Whatever this end result is, whatever this vision is, just keep your eye on the prize, keep the ship. Isn't that what a good captain does? Be the best captain of your own ship and keep on sailing toward the vision. That's what we must do. Now, sometimes, hey, there's a storm, there's a detour, and we must zig and zag, but ultimately we get back on course, right? Aligned with this eye of God energy that we know to be in our greater presence at all times and get back on track, right? What do kids do? You know, what did I say about this innocence is that the children, right, get crazy, creative, and thrilled. They get passionate about nothing, the simplicity of life, and they they just make the best of it, right? They might have a temper tantrum. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, there might be a snafu. There might be someone that says, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't have that. You stop that. Quit doing that." But hey, we have Deer Toe here. This is about home. What do? They retreat, right? Maybe they have a temper tantrum and they have a release and then they go right back into a place of joy and innocence. Maybe they drop the whole thing completely and move on to something else, or maybe they just go right back to where they were. State of awe and wonder about the present moment. Don't get too hung up about it. The presence is where the present lies. So I hope that was helpful. And I am going to just shift this a little bit. And now I'm going to stop sharing. Oops, if I can find my cursor. Here we go. And let me just move this out of the way a little bit. Turn the light off. And just thank everyone for joining me today. Ah, that was powerful. Deeply emotional, but just what the doctor ordered. So I hope that helped anybody who was in a funk. Please like and share, pass it on. And my friend, I'm gonna make sure I send this to you, who is having a challenging week, because you are not alone. And I hope this helps. And again, blessings. See you next week. Okay. Stop.